My two older brothers and I were raised in a Christian home by a single mother. For reasons that I am finally understanding, my father was never in the picture until now. Growing up, I was always a carefree child. I would sometimes worry about our financial state, but my mother would always reassure me that God would provide. It wasn't until my early teens when I began to see the world in the way that adults do. My mother married my stepfather June of 2012. He was a minister in the church and served on the usher board for many years. With such a wonderful reputation, my mother blindly married this man within less than a month of meeting him. We soon found that my mother's newfound husband was a wolf in sheep's clothing. He began emotionally abusing my mother, taking advantage of her mental illness. Not too long after, he found every reason to kick my oldest brother out onto the street. He knew that with him gone, he'd have no one to overpower him. I was his next victim. He soon began abusing me emotionally and physically, making me feel worthless. And I know in these situations, one wonders, why didn't you just tell someone? But I did. I told the very person who gave birth to me, and she lied. As I went through the trauma that comes along with abuse, my mind became limited to my survival, and I began to lose sight of what really mattered. Thankfully, my best friend and biological brother were able to give me support through the hardest time of my life and help me find legal help. Through all of the hardship that followed my transition in life, I have God, my principal, Dr. Gale, as well as Attollo to thank for helping me keep sight of my dreams, for embracing my passions and reminding me that my circumstances are not what determines my future. It is easy to go through life creating excuses, blaming others for your failure or lack of motivation. But no matter how you spin it, you are the only dictator of your success. Now as I look back on my childhood, I realized that I was trapped in a narrow mindset created by my social status. That bothers me, and it should bother every person in this room. It bothers me that no one truly cared about my success as a human being, and no one cultivated the part of my mind that was meant to change the world. It bothers me that the only thing my mother challenged me to do was aspire to be a good wife. I think it's time for change. In order to do the unthinkable, I must step out of my comfort zone and reach beyond the small world I have trapped myself in. I will face my fears and embrace my passions. Only then do I hope to make the world a better place for myself as well as our future leaders.